the deal of the decade. This really has totally got to be. I know I've done some good deals over time, but this one is like, whoa, okay, it's fantastic, even if I do say so myself. So let's jump right in. This is just a very quick intro because I have not had a chance in the past week to come onto social media and talk about this. Yeah, I posted a few videos, but not done a live. So what this is, it is an opportunity, and there's an all access pass. Actually, that will be a good image to bring up if I can pull that up in real time. So what we've got here is the all access pass to my online programs, online workshops, online trainings. And in terms of that's the one I'm looking for. So in terms of what this includes, there are over 50 programs. That's over 50, and that will continue to grow because I have not yet looked at the audio. All I've done thus far is started going through my online webinars, which are on my webinar platform, and I've looked at some of the online trainings and just added those up, and there's like 57 of those as it stands at the moment. I have also got an archive of audio programs, and I know there are several hundred on there, and I have to go through them. Now, not everything is going to be uploaded because some of it won't be relevant. I'm going to make sure that what I'm adding is timely as well, but there are things that I would say are pretty timeless, like the 3-day photo reading certification class. That class has remained consistent because it works over the last nearly 30 years, 30. So that's going to be consistent. Even if it was recorded a few years ago. There's the replays of the Fearless Public Speaking program, for example. There's the one-day HUNA program. HUNA's been around for like 25,000 years, so that's remained consistent. So I've been going through all of those programs, seeing what I want to add. Now, where it gets very cool and interesting, I will show you, is let me pull this one up. That's what I'm looking for. Now, one of the things that often happens with regards to trainings, workshops, events, you have to decide which one to do, which one, maybe 2 workshops are you going to invest in. And I've had people say to me, oh my God, Marilyn, I love the stuff you do, but there's just so much of it. I don't know which to choose. And so you've got all of these options, and then there's almost that analysis paralysis where you just don't choose anything. With this one, there is no need to choose. You just have to make one decision, and that's it. You then have everything at your fingertips. So in terms of, and this is, if you've been to the page already, this is what you will see. You're going to have a couple of options. Now, the option I'm particularly talking about here today in real time, so today is the 30th of the month, is the pre-launch price, which is going to be ending very soon. That's a one-time payment of 1247. And you can see, if you're looking at the ticker tape down the bottom, what I did is I priced up a handful of the workshops, by no means all of them. And I just looked at the pricing. That was over £21,000 or $26,000. And I'm not a fan. You know, when they do this thing where it's going to be, $50,000, but today you can have it for $997. This isn't one of those, because yeah, they do work. Don't get me wrong. Those programs work. I've done running to the back of the room before. I've just genuinely sat down and said, right, if you get all, these that I've started to go through and do them individually, that's what it will be. Or you could put that to one side, do the 1247, and it's a lifetime deal. What that means is you have lifetime access to those webinars on the webinar platform, and that will include the 50 plus programs, because I will be adding to it as I go along. That will be instant on demand. You've got access to new material as it comes on stream. Now, this is for my online recorded. It's not about the in-person workshop. If I'm doing something in person, or if I'm running a live program, for example, the Fearless Public Speaking program is running as we speak. You will get the replay recordings of that. You won't be at the live session. So this is about the replay recordings. And of course, many of those 50 workshops have already happened. So this is about replay recordings for my material, not where I'm co-training with someone, not where I'm designing, let's say, corporate workshops, not where I'm running private programs. So one thing that's not included, for example, are the photo reading mastermind group sessions, because those are exclusive sessions that are just offered to people who have been in the room with me during the photo reading workshop. They're not general access. So anything that isn't typically general access that I don't offer to the general public, or there are restrictions on it, like the MBS, the Mind Body Spirit coaching program, for example, that is not included because I'm co-training it. So it's not just my time, energy, expertise, and it's running as a live program, and it's a private group. So not everything is going to be included, but quite frankly, I think 50 plus webinars plus whatever's added over the coming years is more than enough to be getting on with. So what's not included is minuscule compared to what you'll actually be getting for that. So the pre-launch price ends this month. That's 1247. It's a one-off payment. That's it. You never need to think about it again. And as I add the new material, you will just get access to all of that. So the way that it came to me in my head, I was like, this is like the mother load, where you're not having to choose one workshop or this one or that one. It's like, give me everything. And the beauty of it is, it's all there. So there's no rush and frenetic thing for you to have to, oh my God, I've got to do this, and oh my God, I've got to do that. And it's just like, what am I in the mood for today? Do I want to improve my public speaking skills? Do I fancy an energy boost with Huna? Am I now in a position, let's say Practitioner Insider Secrets, where you've got a program, workshop, or something that you want to bring to fruition? The list, seriously, I sat and I actually wrote a list of all of the workshops, and I was going through, let me just see. So one of the first things I did, for example, I went through the My Zenler site and just went through all of the workshops there. What we got here: Memory Accelerator, post-COVID, what was that? The One Focus Challenge, the photo reading, the one-day money breakthrough workshop, for example. Did the same. I then went and had a look through my webinar platform, and I went through and I actually did make a list. Old school. I made a list. Let me just tell you about some of the things on the list. Is this the notebook I made the list in? I think it is. Oh, I know. It wasn't in this one. It was here because I started doing it in my diary. That's why I was like, I don't feel like I made it in this notebook. My brain's like, that's because you didn't, darling. So let me. I'm just going to tell you just a very quick whistle stop. Let's see. That's number 60. So that's number 28. Number 1. All right. So we have and this is where I started to price things out, but I haven't priced everything. But I'm just going to give you a flavor of what you would get if you go for the all access pass and you take up the opportunity to get it at a much better price rather than, doing it individually. So let me show you that. Right. Okay. So just keep in mind that everything I'm talking about, you will receive it as part of the all access pass. Here we go. So then this will be 1247 if you're booking in the next few hours. So we've got the photo reading, which is $1,016. We've got the fearless public speaking, which is $1,242. And I say dollars because on my webinar site, the pricing is in dollars. That's why. The Mind Body Spirit, no, you don't get that one. So you get the Huna Energy Clearing. Sometimes those are $16 or $17 because I run those as individual modules. They're like 20-30 minutes, sometimes an hour. We've got the Tarot Big Clearing calls, which are £29/$39 each. We've got the Results Supercharger. We've got the Chakra and Healing. That was an individual. That was $57. We've also got the one that has 7 modules. Some of them are free. So you've got the Block Therapy. You've got the one-day Huna and Ho'oponopono workshop. That's $307. You've got the Core Issue Therapy Breakthrough Day. That's $497. You've got the Guided Huna Process, which is $69. The Guided Huna Heart Breathing. You've got the MBS Energy Fest one-day workshop, which is currently $247. We've got the Banish Procrastination one-day workshop, $250. We've got the Global Soul Plan Reading, $170. I'm only at number 17 at the moment. And the list goes on for 2.5 pages. That's why I said the list is long. Ancestral Healing. We've got the Magic and Gratitude one-day workshop. We've got the Transformation Program, which is $3,200. We've got in conversation with Greg Braden, that's a complimentary. We've got the Future Life Progression interview with Anne Jersh. Oh, it's a mere $9. We've got the MBS Energy Fest bonus webinar. We've got the Fearless Public Speaking one-day workshop. We've got the Money Breakthrough one-day workshop, $317. We've got the Raising Your Money Vibration 10-part series. I hadn't costed that one out because there was like 10 modules, so I'll have to go and look at what that is. We've got the 3-part relationship workshop series. That's $300 and something. We've got the Intuition Accelerator. We've got the Future Life Progression Guided Session. That's $48. We've got the, that's interesting, the Unlikely Art of Being. Haven't priced that one yet. Practitioner Insider Secrets. That's $497. Is a long list, and I haven't finished yet. I think you get the gist. So everything I've said, including the pricing, if you're going for the one-time lifetime deal of 1247, you don't have to think about the pricing because it's included. It's included already. So everything I've said, if you're booking in the next few hours, I said the 30th. I have not been around for the last couple of days, so I'll leave it to run until tomorrow, sort of in middle of the day. When I come down, I finish my meetings, I'll switch it off. But if you're booking, let's say within the next few hours, tomorrow, if for those of you who are in the UK, tonight if you're in the United States, most likely, everything I've just read to you, plus all the things that I will continue to add, it's £1,247 instead of the $26,000 that I've added up so far. And you can, well, you can't see from the list probably, but if you were able to read the small print, a huge amount of that has no pricing yet next, because I then have to go back through and check the prices of those things. But when I got to $26,000, I'm like, I think that's enough of a comparison in terms of what you'll be getting in this deal. So easiest thing to do, there is I've put a whole site together where I've included some of the things. I've got links to some of the programs. I've broken it down. There's a whole FAQ section, so just go there, scroll through that's frequently asked questions. So people have asked, let me just go through some of them while I'm here. How long have I been? I want to be a couple more minutes. When does it start? For example, it's all on demand, so it starts whenever you're ready. How do you access it? It's on my webinar platform. What's included, you'll see when you log in, and I'll be adding things as we go, because it's, as I said, it's going to be dynamic in real time. Who's running the programs? I am. How long do you have them? If you're going for the lifetime deal, then you have lifetime access to those webinars. And I'm just going to have a quick look-see whilst we are here. And I'm going to see if there's anything else, because I just created the FAQ based on what people were asking me about. So I'm just going to see if there's anything else that it will be worth me mentioning while we are here. And if you read the FAQ and there are things that I haven't said that you think, actually, you haven't mentioned this, what about this, what about that, then just let me know and I can go and add it to the FAQ, because if you're thinking it, somebody else might be as well. Right, I'm just on the site myself. What's included? So there's a list of, on the site that I'm on, let me go that way, there's a list, you can just about see that there. There's a list of some of the things I've just read to you, and I've put the pricing in where I've done the pricing so far. I've told you what's not included as well. You've got the link there. Oh yes, another thing actually, with regards to the lifetime access, not for the 1 year, because you can do the 1 year option, but for the lifetime access, you'll also have a private one-to-one session. I've added the group orientation session to all of the options, and what that means is, because there's a lot of material, there's over 50 webinars and programs, etc. That does not include what's on the New Zenler site. That does not include the audios archive that I'm yet to go through. I appreciate that's a lot. So what I'm going to do is a group orientation session where I will give you some pointers about how to navigate and how to decide what you want to do, how you want to start. You might say, well, actually, Marilyn, the thing I'm thinking about is this, or the area I'm stuck with is that. And then I will be saying during that, well, actually, based on what you said, I would suggest you start with Practitioner Insider Secrets. For someone else, I might say, I suggest you start with the one-day HUNA workshop. For someone else, I might say you might want to go and do the archetypal profiling, for example. So there's the group orientation session. There's also, and this is now for the lifetime access, there's a private 1 hour coaching session as well, because we can get more granular in terms of what it is you're actually looking for, what you want to achieve. And I can map out like a program for you and tell you which of the webinars and programs I would suggest you doing in which order. Let's just say relationships are driving you crazy at the moment. I would say, well, you might want to look at relationship, breaking up the, I did something about healing heartbreak, overcoming the affair, There's a lot of general stuff in there about relationships. I was a relationship coach for the first 9 years that I started in therapeutic practice. So I might suggest you start there, because when you clear your head, and then you might go into, well, actually at work, I need to step up and I need to speak. And I'd say, right, well, maybe the next thing you want to look at after you've done the relationship workshop is go and do the 1-day fearless public speaking program, for example. Or you might say, I'm an entrepreneur and I really want to design my own programs, in which case I'd be saying, well, go and look at the Practitioner Insider Secrets. And if you're saying, I want to get more in touch with spirituality and, my intuition, I might say, do the Intuition Supercharger. Or you might have said something else, and I say, start with the Huna and the Ho'oponopono. So we'll do a one-to-one as well. There will be attendance at one of my live online workshops. So you get access to one live workshops. The exclusive co-working space. So I'm going to set up a co-working space, because it may be that it will be a good idea that other people who are on the program, you just might like the idea. So I've just finished the implementation session for my Fearless Public Speaking program, for example, and I've set up a co-working space for people. There's a timer in there, so you can time, and we do the Pomodoro sessions. So you can go in and use that as your working space, a bit like you go and hang out in Starbucks. It's just that this one is virtual. So that will be just for this group. So there's a lot in there. That's how it's all set up at the moment. The clock is definitely ticking. So what I will do after I've completed this video, what I'll do is I'll add into the comments the link where you can go through and look at the blog that I've been reading, which gives you all of the information. So some of the questions I've had: when do we start? It's on demand, so you start when you like. How do I get access? Because it's manual, I will add you as we go through. Who's a trainer? That's me. How long do you have access to material? If you're going for the lifetime deal, then it's lifetime access. How long are the programs? Some of the programs are 60 minutes, 90 minutes, half a day, like 3-4 hours. The longest program you're going to find in there is the 3-day photo reading certification class. That was one. Are the workshops available in another language? No, not at the moment, all in English. How many workshops are included? 50 plus, and that will be growing. Does this also include live workshops? No. Apart from the one bonus online live, and you can decide which one that will be. What's the orientation session? I've just explained that to you. How many people are at the private coaching sessions? The one-to-ones are 1-to-1, so there's just going to be myself and you there. Talked about the bonus co-working space. And are the online classes effective? So one of the things you'll find when you go to the blog, I've added testimonials from clients who have taken part in online workshops. I've also added testimonials from clients who took the online workshops when I wasn't even there. So they were just watching the pre-recorded version, and you'll find some of their feedback there. I've also added some visuals of the co-working spaces, just so you can see what they look like. But the one that I set up will be the private room for people on this. So that's it. The clock is ticking. You do not have a huge amount of time if you would like the pre-launch price. And then we go into launch, and then once that's done, we'll set up the price. Now, this isn't going to be available forever, because quite frankly, it's not a very good model in terms of business, because it means when I relaunch a new program, you'd be like, well, I don't need to book. I'll just wait for the replay recording. Thanks very much. So this is going to be up for a limited time in terms of the overall offer. The pre-launch ends in the next few hours. Then we will have the launch, and then I'll be taking this down because it's not a brilliant model. But I just thought I would do something nice with regards to all of this. When I was thinking, as I'm watching the prices, seriously, I'm not even joking. Everything is shrinking. All of the prices are going up. I purchased a cucumber. I won't say the name of the supermarket, but I purchased a cucumber a couple of days ago. I purchased one the previous week. The one that I purchased was like this big. I've got 1/3 of the one left that I hadn't eaten yet. It's almost the same size as the whole cucumber, and that's all they had. That's the only size they had. Rather than this, it was this. I'm like, this is crazy. And people have been saying for so many years, Marilyn, I love your programs. I don't know which one to choose. I'd really love to do that, but I'd love to do that, and I'd really love to do that. And I just woke up and thought, you know what? in the current climate where prices are rising, everything is shrinking, let me just do something which is a complete opposite to that. And rather than having people have to choose which program they want and make compromises in terms of their spiritual or personal or professional development, I'm going to put something together which means you don't have to choose. You just have to make one choice and one decision, and then everything else is yours. So that was the reasoning, but it's not going to be there forever. I anticipate it will be around for a couple of weeks, and then I'll take it down and we will go back to the usual model, which is you will choose which workshops you want to do. If you have any questions or queries, the easiest way to find it is to go to my main website, www.transformationstm.com, TRANCE, F for Freddie, so FORMATIONSTM as in trademark, so transformationstm.com. It's going to be coming across the bottom of the screen on the ticker tape. Click the red What's New button, normally on the top right. A panel will slide out, and just have a little scroll depending on when you're looking, because if you're watching this after the pre-launch is on, but you can still get the launch price, then just have a scroll down. You will see one of the images that I've shown you here, and there'll be a link that takes you to a full blog page, and I've added links there where you can book yourself in. But if you're watching this a couple of days from now, the pre-launch button for the 1247 won't work, because I'm just going to disable that one. But you'll be able to access one of the other buttons or whatever the price is before I take the whole offer down. Cool. But once you've looked at the blog and once you've gone through the FAQs, if there's anything else that I have not covered, feel free to let me know. You can send me a message, DM me, etc., and I will answer you, but I'll also add it to the FAQs so that anyone else who is coming along afterwards does not need to ask me the same question. And it may be that this is not for you, and personal development, professional development isn't your thing. If you know someone who could benefit, it will be wonderful to send them the link. It's a fabulous gift. It really is, for me, the deal of the decade. I know I do various things like 55% off, and like I just did that last month, earlier this month for 2 weeks for my birthday, in the run up to my birthday. But this one is beyond a mere percentage off. You're getting over 50 workshops free of charge. So I think it's a fantastic deal. Please feel free to share the link with anyone who would be interested. That would be absolutely amazing. And for those of you taking up this incredible offer, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. It's the lifelong learning library where you've got everything you need at your fingertips, at the click of a button, on demand, whenever you need it, your time, your space, your way. You don't have to wait for me to be around to run something. And whether you look at it right now, whether you look at it in 5 years' time or 10 years' time, that is entirely up to you. And one of the things I'd say is fantastic about this is you can go back and refresh your skills and remind yourself of things, because you might watch, I don't know, Practitioner Insider Secrets, and something I'm talking about is not relevant to you at the moment. A few months or a few years down the line, you go, oh, I'm in that space now. You can just go back and access the recording, fast forward to the bit that you want, and it's all there. So I think it's a fabulous deal. Please feel free to share. That would be amazing. And happy learning for those of you who are taking up the opportunity. Enjoy the All Access Pass. I have enjoyed running all of these workshops over the years. It's just been such great fun. And with what's coming next, you'll get all the replay recordings that are public as and when they come on stream, but you don't have to pay for them for the replay recordings. And there will be, that's one of the questions. I need to add that to the FAQ actually. In terms of online webinars and workshops, for those of you who have the lifetime deal, you'll be getting the replay recording, but there will always be a preferential price if you would like to attend the live as well. You're not going to get the live for free because that's a whole different energy and dynamic, and there's coaching that goes into all of that, etc. But you'll get a preferential price if you want to attend live, but it will always be in your library if it's a public paid training. Fab. Final thing. I may also add this to the FAQs as well. Yes, I will. For those of you who are lifetime members, you're in my membership group. If you head into the group, the membership group on Facebook, there's 25% off the 1247. So it's 99 something because you're a lifetime member. So being a lifetime member, it comes with that. So it's 25% off for lifetime members. I will add that to the FAQs as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you to those of you who are joining me on the lifelong learning journey. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.